Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. As always, like to start off the video by saying thank you to all of you, to all the subscribers, new and old. I am getting that much closer to my goal of 300, which means I'm going to have my wife and girls make up another thank you poster to you, and I am happy. I'm not sure. I'm probably a little bit more happy than they are because they have to actually do some little work. Although my oldest does enjoy drawing and coloring and all that other good stuff, because she's actually a pretty good artist when she takes her time. I will give her props for that. And my wife's actually a pretty good artist too. I mean, I'm just throwing that out there, not just because she's my wife and I have to say that or anything. She's actually really good. I'm just being completely honest with y'all. But just thank you all so much. Thank you for watching previous videos. I know, or at least I hope, that y'all have been looking forward to this video. It is actually a buy now before rare video. And I would like to preface this by saying, not financial advice. I am not telling you, oh, go out, buy 20 of these games because in the future, they're going to be worth like 10 times as much and you're going to make so much more money or anything else like that. This is just from doing my own research, looking in at the pricing, how it's been fluctuating, if it's been holding steady. I'm not thinking that any of these games are going to be getting like reprints, and actually being this close to the end of the Switch cycle. So, I mean, reprints are going to be very rare. I'm just going to say that. I mean, they could happen. I don't know completely what's in Nintendo's mind, but I'm just saying, more than likely, probably not going to be getting any more extra copies just going to be magically thrown out there in the market. So what we've got is what we've got. And so, right now, all of these games that are on this list are all amazing RPGs in their own rights that, I don't know, I would just recommend you to have them in your collection if you're an RPG fan, for one, just to say that, not just to be getting them just to get rare, but if you're a collector, you probably might want to just pick them up. Anyways, you can just go through. You don't have to fully take my word for it. You can look at it and make your own decision on if you choose to get these, or even if you already have them in your collection. Just give you something to think about. So, with that all out of the way, we're going to get into the video. After this little bit of housekeeping, I finally got this in, and this is a beautiful sight to behold. I'm going to tell y'all this right here, I'm sure y'all have seen this up here. This was like the collector's case for the limited, like the special edition, collector's edition, whatever you want to call it, for the Dragon Quest HD 2D remasters. So there you go. You open it up, you get to see inside the cases, see the beautiful artwork, how the cases actually fit in with the artwork for everything. And then with the collector's editions, aside from having this and all the extra goodies that came with it, you did get all of these acrylic standees. So here's the one for, yeah, I know, getting the reflection. I'm not sure if y'all can actually see this all that well. Maybe, I don't know, just trying to figure this out so y'all can actually see it. And I can't, and I don't get the giant glare. I probably should have thought of the placement of my laptop a little bit better. And all the other lights, reflections that y'all can see. But, wow, this is a lot worse than I thought it was going to be. I probably should have thought this out a lot better, like did a dry run before I even did all of this. So, but yeah, just wanted to show that off. It's just to be able to look at them is just great now, and I can play them. So, with that out of the way, now we can actually officially get into the video. So, first game that I have on this list is a nice, it's kind of short for an RPG, but all the work that was into this game is just spectacular and very much bring me back to my childhood of the SNES RPG days. And this was just by a little indie developer, Sabotage. We have right here, Sea of Stars. This is the actual normal retail. Yep, there came with a poster. I was just looking to see if there was actually like any art inside. I could not remember if there was. Some games have them, some don't. But this actually came out in August of 2023, and when it came out, there wasn't an actually like a physical release. It just came out digitally, which was really weird. And then what I found funny when you think about it is, so it has two releases. The first one came from I Am 8-Bit, which is this one right here. And then it was just like about a month or two after that, then we got the regular retail version of it that really came out the stores. And just being able to have it out there, the I Am 8-Bit version of it, just for it being out there for people, and the digital sales were going so well for them and for this company, they decided to do the retail, and that's when the sales actually like really exploded. I tried to look up to see just how many sales numbers it has for like the Switch, like for physically and digitally, but it didn't tell me any of that. But so I'm really going to put this on. You should just buy this sooner rather than later, because if you're looking at the price charting, you can get the retail version of it for this normal version. You can get it for around 30 bucks. And so that's a pretty good deal for a Switch game, and especially an RPG of this kind of quality. The music and the gameplay in it was just a really fun time. I enjoyed everything that I had. The story, while it's not like an award-winning AAA in-depth story that's going to blow your socks off, it was a pretty charming game. And with the updates that they've added in now, it was like a free update, I believe. So you get to actually have the co-op play, makes it even more lucrative for you to be able to get it, and you can play it with another friend. So unfortunately, before that update came out, I had actually already beat it. So I didn't really want to go back and play it again with my wife, because I have so many games already in my backlog. I mean, but I wouldn't mind if I had the time to be able to play it again. I mean, it was a really good game. And so, while the retail goes 30 bucks, you have this one right here for the I Am 8-Bit. If you actually want to try to get this, it's a bit more pricey. You're looking at, it's going to run you roughly like $80 if you want to get it new. And I really, you can't even find the regular retail version anymore. I haven't seen them in GameStop or in the local game store that I have. It's called Rock 30 Games. I haven't seen it there. So yeah, just the fact that you can't find it anymore unless you really go like on eBay or something like that, or just shopping online. So that's why I'm putting it here on the list to buy now rather than later. I mean, it seems like they've already reached like whatever their low point is. So the pricing right now is just holding steady at it. So either A, it's going to just kind of keep on, but anyone who really follows video games knows, especially RPGs, they just kind of not immediately, they just kind of grow over time and go up a little bit. How much it'll go up, only time will tell. I would actually also like to say, if you are someone new, please consider hitting that subscribe button. If you like this kind of content, throw a like on the video. Watch some of the other previous videos, especially if you like the buy now before rare. I have a little bit of everything on the channel. Just check them out. Maybe you'll find something you like that will actually make you hit that like button, or not the like button, the subscribe button, just to help me to keep growing and get closer to my goal. I can't thank you enough. So next we actually have is a thing. It's a kind of a, not a set, but it's 3 games in the same series. So what I have here for these 3 games here into the Ease series. For Ease 8, Lacrimosa of Donna. Ease 9, Monstrum Nox. And then Ease 10, Nordics. I have only been able to play Nordics so far. Just because I had the time, took it out of the collector's edition, started playing it, and I instantly fell in love. I've heard about these games, and I just hadn't been able, I just hadn't played them anyway. The very first one I got was Nordics, and then I kind of went back and got the others because I loved Nordics so much. I just haven't gotten around to playing them. But if anyone knows anything about the Ease series, each game is like its own separate chapter in the life of Adel Kristen, and there's not even just these numbered ones. You have like the Oath and Felgana. Ease Origins actually isn't in the Adel line. I don't even know how it's supposed to fit in the Ease timeline, if it does at all. And then we have the newest one. I want to say something with Salsetta is coming out. I actually have it on pre-order. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. But these are all produced by Nihon Falcom and distributed, like published by NIS America. And if you know anything about Nihon Falcom, they are actually also the legendary creators that run and does the Trail series as well. So, and if you actually want to get these games, they aren't very bad. They're still holding, I believe it was, have it here on my laptop. Yep, the other 2 you can get for 9 and 10. Get them fairly cheap. 8 is the more sought after already. It is actually kind of like the best rated ones. People say that it's the best game in the E series that they've played. Because it's just, I don't know why I haven't played it, so I can't compare it to the others. But that's just what people tell me. And so 8, if you're actually looking for that, you're gonna get it for fairly nice, around 50 bucks, get it used. So that's roughly around retail. But if you're actually wanting to get it new, you're looking for around $100. That's already a little bit more on the pricier side. 9, get about $40 to $50 used. And if you're wanting to get it new, it's still holding its value at retail. And then 10, same. It's actually around $50 if you want to get it for used. But everything else it's still at retail, and they tend to seem to be holding their value, if not going up a little bit more. So I would just highly recommend you being able to pick those up and add them to your collections. Maybe they will go up in the future. Just definitely not even as as expensive as they are right now. As more games in the E series actually come out, they might go up in a little price, because people might, if a new game comes out, people really like it, they're going to want to go back, pick up the old games, and just to kind of continue the experience. And I don't know if that will happen right away with Proud Nordics, since it isn't actually like a new game. It's more like just Nordics with extra content. But it's an Ease game, and it's on the Switch too, so it might affect the pricing of everything, and may even just like a little bump. So the next one we have, speaking of Trails, we have a game related to Trails. Not exactly. It is actually a spin-off of the Trail series, what we have here is Legend of Nayuta, Boundless Trails. And I say that it's because it's supposed to be within like the series for the Legend of Heroes series, but it doesn't seem to have anything that actually ties it in. It's like its own separate game, but still within the series, but with nothing to actually tie it into the rest of the Legend of Heroes series. So it's kind of weird. It's the odd duck out of the series, but it's still a part of the series. Produced by Nihon Falcom. It came out in September of 2023, and it's an action role-playing game, much like the Ys games. And it was actually a really fun game. Played through it, beat it, kind of short, but I don't know what's going on with the pricing for it. Maybe it's just because of like the gaining traction in the Trails series now, and so people are wanting just to pick up the Trails games, but the pricing for it is actually kind of gone up. And if you go through and you look at price charting for it right now, it's above retail. Even for the used copies are slightly above, because I believe when it came out at $50 new, and if you're actually wanting to get it used, you're looking at around $60. And if you're actually wanting to pick it up new, you're looking at $80 now. So it's already kind of been on the rise. It never actually like went down all that much. When you look at the price charting and you're looking at it since it came out, and over a 2-year span for it to not fluctuate at all, going down, but only go up, that seems really interesting to me, and I'm not exactly sure why. But yeah, it's already just getting harder to find. I mean, obviously you're not going to find it at any stores. You might find it at like used stores like GameStop, or whatever your local game store is that deals with used games. So, and it's just going to get harder to find. So I just think it's something that you should pick up now before later, because I just don't see it going on sale, and it's just going to get harder and harder to find. The price, especially if people really want to start trying to collect the Trails games, and as the stock dwindles, just going to go up. So, very last game that we have, it's kind of a little weird one, but we have here for Saga Emerald Beyond. And yes, while most of the games, they all have this E for the ESRB, this one does not. And there is a reason for that, because we did not get one here in North America. It was only released as an Asian import, so that already makes it that much harder. So the scarcity of it is already like puts a little bump up in its price for people wanting to get them. The fact that it's a Square Enix game and it's from inside the Saga series, and especially with the popularity, as well as Romancing Saga 2 did, I think it's just created more of a it's not as niche as it used to be. People were scared of the Saga games for being hard, but it's just created an enthusiasm. People are wanting to play them a little bit more. They're wanting to collect them a little bit more, and and the fact that we didn't get here in North America, and people are looking to buy them. But when I looked on the price charting for this, I don't know why. They must have just had one sell that was just made it go really high for some reason, because it's saying like for new, if you're wanting to get it for like $100, I was like, it can't be right. So I went and just looked on for eBay, and just to go through and see what it was selling for. Just went into the Google shop, and that's how I can kind of find out and gauge what the pricing for everything is, because it pulls up Mercari and all these other things. And I checked, because I got it off of PlayAsia. It's still available on PlayAsia, so you can get it brand new for $46. Then your shipping and handling and all that stuff. But ignore the shipping and handling. 46 bucks. Still brand new. It's kind of held its value, and just I feel that especially with as good of a company as Square Enix is doing, as they're putting out actually like really great games now. I mean, you've got some games coming from them for the Nintendo Switch too, like the Adventures of Elliot. You got Octopath Traveler Zero's coming out from Square Enix. I mean, the Octopath games. I mean, Square Enix is doing a lot of good things now. And the Dragon Quest. Duh. Why did I was like, I know there's another game in my mind. I just couldn't think of what it was. The Dragon Quest games. I mean, and then you've got Dragon Quest 7 that's coming out. So, but with all these great games coming out from Square Enix, some people want to just try to collect the Square Enix titles. So that's going to make them want to get this game. And just from seeing the value of how it's held for its time, it hasn't really dipped down all that much. I just see the enthusiasm for the Saga series increasing, and once the stock dries up there at PlayAsia, so you're not able to get it there anymore, then I think that the price for it is just going to really go up from that. And what's kind of kept it down is just the fact that you can get it brand new at PlayAsia. So that's going to kind of, since people aren't going to be paying exorbitant prices when they can buy it from a store at, like, so I say at $45. So people are selling it on eBay, putting it out there for like 80 bucks or something like that. Most people are going to, unless they just don't do any research, they're just not going to do that. So just think of that this is something that for y'all to keep y'all's eye on. If you're an RPG fan, if you want to play, get into the Saga series, maybe something for you to pick up, to test out, play, or even if you just want to throw it in your collection, might go up in value a little bit later. When that will happen, I don't know. Even will it happen? All speculation and guesswork. So, with that out of the way, number 5 is in the books. Please go back if you're someone new, check out the other videos, hit that like button, subscribe. Also, if you're someone new, help me get to that goal to keep growing, keep coming up with more content for y'all. And like I said, I hope y'all like this video, and I will see you all next time.